Oh, hey there. Welcome to Studio Z. Today, I'm going to be reviewing this miter gauge from findbytool.com. But before I dive in and show you just how well it's made and what it comes with, I think I should show you what I was working with before and why I need a new miter gauge. So, this is my old miter gauge. It's what came with my saw. And for a stop block, I've had to use just a piece of wood that I have clamped to it. It never came with one. And over the years, the miter rail has gotten worn and it's a little loose in the miter groove itself in the table saw. So I've had to add like aluminum tape to it to, add like a spacer to tighten it up a little bit. It's worn. So I was definitely in need of a new miter gauge, and that's what prompted me to look for one, and I came across this one from findbytool.com, and I was really impressed with it and decided to do a review on it. So if you're unfamiliar with findbytool.com, head on over to their website. It's worth a look. They have a lot of tools. I'll leave a link in the description along with a promo code that you guys can use at checkout. All right, so now let's dive in and I'll bring you guys in closer and we'll get a good look at how this miter gauge is made and exactly what it comes with. All right guys, so let's jump into how well this miter gauge is constructed. To start off, the miter rail on the bottom is made out of aluminum, and unlike my stock miter gauge that came with my saw, this miter gauge comes with not only, let's say, two, but it actually has a third adjustment, tension adjustment. So there's one, two, and there's a third one back here. So the entire rail is adjustable in the miter slot on your saw. My factory one only has two at the front, and the tail end of it, so just to show you, so this is the factory one, and it only has one and two. That's it. And at the back here, there is no adjustment in the slot. So when it's in the groove, it tends to want to go back and forth like this. And I've had to put aluminum tape at the back of it to keep it from moving around in the miter slot. So that is a major plus for me on this tool, is that it has the adjusters the entire length of the miter rail. Aside from that, the angle adjustment on it is all made out of steel. The handle is solid brass. It's really heavy and a really nice piece. It's fantastic the way that this has been built. It has a strengthening fence which attaches to this piece as well, right before it gets onto the extruded aluminum fence, which is also, again, really, it's pretty beefy, let's say, so it's really stout. And in the back here, there are a ton of adjustment screws, so you can, maneuver it any which way you need to fine tune it to get it to come into square, and also to be, plumb at a true 90 degrees to your table. Whatever adjustment you need, it is there. And I'll say this, once you're setting this up and putting it together, that is about the only, I don't know if you want to call it a drawback, but it's the only thing that's a little tedious when you're setting it up, is to get all of these adjustments set up straight to get it 90 and perfectly vertical to your table. But believe me, it's, for me, someone like me, I love that kind of stuff, and a tool that has that kind of fine adjustment is exactly what I'm looking for. So on top of that, you also have, which is the major reason, one of the major reasons why I got this, is that it has an adjustable stop block which can flip up and get out of the way for you if you have something that's too long. This fence is 18 inches long, so you've got plenty of room on there. The factory one that I had been using was only 13 inches, and so it's really, really nice. The fence itself on the front here has kind of like a sandblasted finish on it. It's smooth, but it's not like glass smooth, so it grabs the wood as you're putting it on there. I've used this for about a month now, and I really like it. I haven't had any issues with wood slipping on it while I was working on the saw. On my old miter gauge, I had put blue tape on it to assist with the grip, to try to get it to grab the wood a little better. And I don't know if I'm gonna have to do that to this one, but so far it's been really good, and we'll see how it goes the more that I use it. But again, really, really stout piece. When putting it in the groove, there is absolutely no movement whatsoever in it. I mean, it is really, really firm. And just to make the adjustments to it, you want to change the angle, you just loosen the back screw and the handle, pull this out, and then you can slide it to whatever angle you're looking for, put it back in the slot, tighten it back down, and everything is absolutely positive. I mean, the repeatability is all there. It goes right back to the way that you set it, so you don't lose your setting once you go from one angle, to another, go back to 0. It's really quick and easy. No fidgeting. My stock one in the back here, I had to move these. I'll take this off for you. To adjust it, I would have to pull these out and loosen them, and they're really tight on the inside here, and you had to like jiggle it to try to get it to move. It was a real pain in the neck. And again, this was accurate, but it's gotten loose over time, and the fact that it doesn't have a stop block on it was just, it's not worth it. It takes too long to try to set things up. This has been a dream send to me. I've been, like I said, looking for one for a really long time, and this came across my table and I just couldn't pass it up. And I was really impressed with it, both for the price and for what you get for it. It's also worth noting that this particular one on findbytool.com, this is like their level 3. It is the highest level of the miter gauge. It comes in a level 1, a level 2, and a level 3. And the level 1 only comes with this steel small little piece of let's say miter gauge, and obviously the rail, same thing, brass handle, the whole deal. It doesn't come with any of this aluminum extrusion part. That comes in level 2. And in level 2, you get this, you get the stop block, but it's not the rigid fence like this one. It's a little bit different. But then when you upgrade to the level 3, you get the more rigid frame, and it comes with this extra block in the back, which is, again, all for the adjusting and extra rigidity that comes along with the higher tier. And again, I can't say enough about this one. I'm really impressed with it, and I really look forward to using it in the future a lot more and seeing just how much time it saves me and how precise it is when I'm doing those miter cuts on the table saw. All right, so now that you've seen how well this miter gauge is built and everything that it comes with, remember to head over to findbytool.com, and you can go from using a miter gauge that looks a lot like this one to one that will make your life a whole lot easier, like this one, and it won't break the bank. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I hope you found it useful, and that I hope it helped you out if you're looking for a new miter gauge. And if you did find it useful, please be sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe. That's what helps continuing bringing this kind of content to you in the future. All right, I'll see you on the next one.